We are serious about what we're doing. We know exactly what we're doing, and we're looking for people that's sick and tired of kicking tires, being a part of rug pulls, trying this, that, and the third, and not having any success. You come in here, meet us at the 50-yard line, and you don't quit on yourself, and you execute this system. Success is imminent for you, okay? Really encourage you guys to get to a quiet location, all the guests, and really put your head and your heart on sponge, as I like to say, because the information I'm going to share with you is literally earth-shattering. It's life-changing, and I'm going to assume that you've been associated with other, programs or projects before in the past. I just want you guys to know that this is an absolutely different animal. It's unlike anything you've ever seen in your life. What we're doing here is we're having what we call a strategic partnership meeting, and you've been invited here because we're looking for the willing. We're looking for people all across this globe that want to help us do something very, very significant and do something on purpose. And we firmly believe that with our project, with this strategy that we have in place, is going to create a whole new wave of millionaires, if you will, teaching people how to become their own bank, recapture interest on loans, and really beat hedge funds at their own game. I'm talking to you guys from my humble abode here in the Midwestern part of the country, here in the US, Ohio. I can tell you that I've been able to receive well over 80,000 deposits. I've been able to build an international bank right from my own home. I don't share that with you to impress you, but to impress upon each and every one of you that if I can do it, so can you, and then some. We're going to change the world with this one here. So I want to encourage you to give the person that invited you here a very, very, a big thank you for thanking enough of you to have you take a look at this information. And so I'm not going to belabor the moment. I'm going to dive right into this deal here, okay, to share with you guys what we have going on here, okay? So ladies and gentlemen, what we're doing is we're building a worldwide member-owned bank, and we're basically doing that by leveraging artificial intelligence and financial technology. And we have a solution out there for people all across the globe, because a lot of times when people look at businesses, they look at businesses because they think they have a money problem. And in some cases you do, but that's not really it, because the reality is that we all know how to make money. All we have to do is put on our best clothes, go to a job interview. We know how to exchange time for money. So we know how to make money. But what's very, very elusive, what people really are after, and they don't even realize it, is cash flow, you guys. And through helping us build this global bank on the blockchain, we're going to be showing each and every one of you how you can generate with mathematical certainty, predictable, sustainable, ongoing residual cash flow. And what's really exciting about what we have is that it's built with 100% mutual benefit. I'm at a place in my life where I'm not interested in doing anything, and I'm sure a lot of you are in this place as well, where it's not a win-win-win situation for everyone involved. And what we're doing is we're offering a service at a price that anyone can afford, and we're talking about showing each and every person how to get needed funding without repayment. I don't care if it's whether it's for a mortgage payment, all right, that you have, whether it's for college tuition that you want to pay for, whether you're drowning outstanding medical bills, we got you covered. Maybe you want to raise money for your favorite charity, or maybe, heck, some of you just want to fire your boss and have 7 days of Saturday. We're going to show you how to get all the needed cash flow without repayment. And so you may be asking yourself, well, how is that even possible? Well, simply put, it's all about the digital wallet space. Many people don't understand this, but we're moving into a cashless society, whether you realize it or not. And digital wallets represent a $4.6 trillion opportunity in all of our pockets, because guess what? We're all walking around here with smartphones. These are literally bank branches in your pocket. I want you to think about the last time you've actually physically gone into a physical bank, whether it's to cash a check or whatever the case may be. We rarely go into banks the way in which we used to. And so the whole game is changing, and the digital wallet space is where it is at. And we have a digital wallet that has artificial intelligence that's baked into this deal here. And so basically we have a wallet called the Co-op wallet. It's short for cooperative wallet. And it employs artificial intelligence, the promise of blockchain, and cooperative funding to create a member-owned global bank. Now, here's the kicker. As members, we can withdraw our money on a daily basis if we so choose, absolutely no holds on our money. So understand this, if you make money today, you can withdraw your money tomorrow. I'm sure some of you have been a part of things where you're still waiting on your money to come back to you. No holds on your money here. I want you guys to know that we're not an investment platform or anything like that. So there's absolutely zero gambling of your money. What we're simply doing, and hear me very, very clearly here, is we're connecting co-op wallets all around the world. We're basically building the network, doing the plumbing, if you will. And based on you helping us do that, you're going to put yourself, your friends, your family, all right, in a position to earn unavoidable, sustainable residual cash flow from this day forward. This thing is so simple that many of you are going to be compelled to overcomplicate it. I promise you, it's as advertised. Don't do it to yourself, okay? It's paint by numbers simple. Now, I'm more of a fan of explaining and demonstrating than selling. I'm going to share with you guys exactly what it is that we do, okay? 2 simple steps that we do to connect these wallets that only has to be done one time. And you guys are going to understand why that's so powerful here in a second. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go into the back office. I want to demonstrate something here for you guys here real quickly. I'm going to go into the back office here so that you guys can see exactly what it is that we do to connect these wallets and how we're paid, okay? So all the guests that's listening in, I want you to pretend that you are guest bank, okay? Now I'm going to show you guys an exact replica of a live account. Like I said, we're a big fan of demonstrating and explaining. No salesmanship here whatsoever. Now, what the first thing that we do is we set up free co-op wallet accounts. So let me show you guys how that works here. And I'm going to show you guys this. The only thing that you have to do is create 3 co-op wallets for 3 friends. It can be a church, it can be a business, just 3 entities one time. And then you're going to simply assign an activation token. Let me show you how simple it is to create a free co-op wallet account with our co-op build dashboard, okay? So this is the back office here. I saw some people out there, so I'm going to use a few people's names out there. Let's just say one of your friends happens to be Greg Wilson, okay? And so Greg happens to be one of your friends. So all you're going to do is enter in his first name, last name, email address, and phone number. So let's just say this happens to be his email address here. And phone number. Okay. You come down here and you just basically copy the image just to prove that you're not a robot. Okay. So far, anyone can do that, right? Now I'm going to hit invite, but before I do that, I want to come up here and show you guys something. You guys see here 0 here next to royalties. Okay. That number is going to change here in just a moment. So basically, I'm going to come down here now, and I'm going to go ahead and hit invite. Now, you see, the moment I did that, you see the number changed to $11.75. That represents that if your friend Greg Wilson, after you set up a free co-op wallet account for him with a dashboard that looks just like this, instantaneously says, yes, I want to build a bank on the blockchain. I want to generate unavoidable residual cash flow. And so you assign them a token, okay? That $11.75 will come right into your co-op wallet as a thank you for helping us build the network, ladies and gentlemen. Now, understand, you guys see here non-redeemable here. That's just because this is our co-op build. But once your account goes live, you're not going to see non-redeemable next to your account. This is instant withdrawable money. Make sense? And it's residual in nature. So I could have put in all 3, but I want to do it one at a time so you guys see the simplicity and how the money actually moves through our ecosystem. Now, when you receive that $11.75, guess what? 9 other people that were in line before you saw an increase in their residual cash flow from Greg Wilson activating an account. I'm going to go ahead and put in a second person here real quickly. And I saw a Rosella Wise out there. So let's say Rosella happens to be another one of your friends, okay? So you put in her first name, last name, and then you just go ahead and put in her email address. And let's say this happens to be her email address. And then phone number. Come down here to prove that you're not a robot. And then hit invite. Now the numbers changed again. Now you have another $11.75 that you received, basically activating Rosella, your friend, getting her started in her own business, her own bank on the blockchain. The moment that you put in her first name, last name, email address, and phone number, instantaneously, a co-op wallet and back dashboard, just like the one you're looking at, was instantaneously created for her. And the only thing that you have to do is assign an activation token to her, and you're going to get a rebate in the form of residual response. Make sense, everybody, so far? Let's go ahead and put in a third person here real quickly. I saw Margaret Blake out there, so let's go ahead and say Margaret happens to be your third person. Okay. And let's say this is her email address in this example here. And phone number. Come down here, once again, type in just so that you prove that you're not a robot. And then we're going to go ahead and hit invite, and instantaneously a free account is created for Margaret. And then once you assign the token to her, bam, you're going to get another $11.75 as a thank you. Now, all the guests on the line, you see now you're up to $35.25. Do me a huge favor and write down $35.25. We call that the magic number. Now, can you invite more than 3 to build their own bank worldwide? Absolutely. But we're going to use 3 as the minimum at this moment in time. But $35.25 is the magic number. Now, when you come over here to your GBO team, as global business owners, you see Margaret, Rosella, and Greg. Instantaneously, also registration keys were created the moment that you put in their first name, last name, and email address. We liken these registration keys to their global bank account number. How many of you have a global bank account? If you know the registration key of anyone within our closed loop ecosystem, you can send them money in any amount in a 1/10 of a second anywhere in the world, ladies and gentlemen. This is global. Make sense? Now, over here, you have your co-op wallet. You'll be able to see your balance. You can add funds. You withdraw your funds on a daily basis, okay? If you so choose, you can withdraw it with no holds on your money if you like to. You can do member-to-member transfer. That speaks to the fact if you know their registration key, you can send them money in any amount in a 1/10 of a second, okay? Your invoice and your transaction history. And then you have here co-op tokens. That's just basically, it's real money, but how money moves on the blockchain, and it moves in the form of tokens, but it's real money, okay? And so the person that invited you here under my tokens, they already have tokens housed in their back office. And the reason why you've been invited here, because they want to give you that $28 activation token to set you up in business. And you're going to do the exact same thing for 3 people, one time ever. Now, let's go ahead and talk about this $35.25 here real quickly. I'm going to go back to the presentation here. I want you guys to see how powerful this is here. So I'm going to go back to the presentation, and we're going to start breaking down some money here. So really pull in here. I want to show you guys a 10-week residual income potential for each and every one of you guests. If you're driving, pull over to the side of the road. If you got the TV on, please turn it off. This warrants your undivided attention, okay? So let's look at week 1 here. Here's what you have to simply do. Number 1, be willing to accept a $28 co-op wallet activation token from your inviter. Just be willing to do that. Understand the reason why you've been invited here is because they want to give it to you. They want you to have it and set you up in your own bank, and that you continue to duplicate the same process with 3 people one time, all right? Number 2, then what you're going to do is you're going to buy 3 $28 activation tokens yourself for a one-time out-of-pocket, including any fees, of $125 one time. And what you're simply going to do is you're going to assign them to 3 yourself during your first 7 days one time, who are also willing to do the same one time. Guests, listen to me here. Let that one time hit you in the middle of your forehead like a ton of bricks. We always like to let the guests know that, because this isn't something that you have to do next week, next month, year after year, or anything like that. We're talking about a one-time execution. And once you put that in place and that duplication process starts, you're going to start generating unavoidable, escalating residual cash flow. Can you imagine if you, at your job, if your job offered you, if you work just 1 week, and let's say you make $1,000 a week, Can you imagine if your job said, all you gotta do is work 1 week and we're gonna pay you every week that $1,000 for the rest of your life? That'd be a pretty cool job, right? But that's not gonna happen. You will have to continue to exchange time for that $1,000 every week for the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years. What we're telling each and every one of you that makes this so powerful is that you're talking about doing something one time in 7 days or less. And when you do that, you're going to receive that $35. We just rounded off. It's a 35.25, the magic number. You're done. Your net down labor in terms of what's required for you, all right, to do, you're done. Okay. And you're going to receive $35 in your bank. Now I'm going to play a short video for you guys here real quickly, just so that you guys can see some things that's happening here. This is a young lady that was involved in her first 6 weeks. I want you to see her excitement about what happened in her first 6 weeks here. Hold on real quick. Let me show you guys this.
After week about this BYO bank thing, but you know what? Documentation beats conversation. So I'm going to show you something. But I want you to keep in mind that if you are in a business opportunity right now and you've been in it for a minute and it's been 6 months, 8 months, a year, and you're not receiving daily deposits into your bank account, or your residual isn't at least $500 a month to $1,000, what are you doing? I've been in this for 6 weeks, you guys, and wow, let me just show you. Let me just show you. Do you see these? Last night I got a drop. I call it a drip. A deposit drip of $49. The day before, $37. Day before that, $21. Day before that, $10, $17. That's a debit right there. That's my monthly fee, or I should say my deposit, that keeps me in business. But before that, $19, $11, $18, $6. I mean, you guys, look at these deposits. They come in every day. And what I want you to know about these deposits is every time I get a deposit into my account, 10 people above me get deposits into their account as well. This thing right here is unbelievable, and what I've been looking for years and years. So you guys, put your pride aside, okay? I don't care what you're building. If you're not receiving daily deposits into your bank account, again, what are you doing? Because we do 2 things one time, and that's all we have to ever do. And this money is going to keep coming and keep coming and keep coming.
Okay. Pretty powerful here, right? So I want you guys to understand this is how it works. So now this is your first week. You're willing to accept the $28 activation token from your inviter. They want you to have it. Otherwise, they wouldn't have invited you here. And what's going to happen is the moment that you purchase your 3 activation tokens, instantaneously, the co-op wallet that has artificial intelligence baked into it is going to automatically send the $28 token from your inviter to your account automatically, independent of their involvement with this one-time execution, right? So let's go to week number 2 so that you guys see how this gets duplicated. So in week 2, your 3 friends duplicate and activate 3 co-op wallets themselves by assigning 3 to their friends, right? A $28 token in 7 days, one time ever. When that happened, your friends received $35 just as you did predictably, okay? But unavoidably, you went up to $47, okay, every 28 days in residual cash flow. Now, I want all the guests to really pull in here because I want you to understand that your residual deposits escalated to $47, a $12 difference from the week before, all right, independent of your involvement when your 3 friends went to 35. This is a key principle to wealth, you guys. So you have to find a business where you begin to disengage your income generation from your time, because you only have 24 hours in a day. You're never going to create wealth renting out your time. They buy you wholesale and retail out your time. So we instantaneously put people in a wealth movement right off the bat, because everything from here is going to go right through the roof. So let me show you guys this. We're going to go to week number 3. Now, your friends, which are their friends, continue to duplicate that one-time execution of activating 3 accounts. Now, when that happened, they received $35 just as you and your friends did, right? But now you're up to $47 in unavoidable residual cash flow. Do you guys understand what unavoidable means? That means you can't get out of the way if you wanted to. Who wants to be in that position? All right. So what you're witnessing is a perfect pattern, not just a good pattern, not just a quasi, it's the perfect pattern because your friends are earning residual deposits independent of their involvement too. They've tapped into the wealth creation, whereby you're disengaging your time from your income generation, you guys. This is how the wealthy have been doing it for years. It's called leverage. Okay, does that make sense, everyone, so far? So it's 3 weeks in. Let's go to week number 4, a month in. Your bank continues to duplicate and it's growing. You're now up to $258 in residual cash flow. And mind you, you haven't done anything since your first week. Now, at this point, what happens is this is a subscription-based model as well, right? Think about it like almost like a credit union. It's a membership and it's $28 a month. $28 a month to make potentially hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars. So what happens at this moment in time, your 28-day, $28 membership subscription is deducted from your co-op wallet balance automatically. So now you're going to be left with $230 here. No more out-of-pocket fees. We're talking about one-time out-of-pocket, one-time execution. Everyone does it one time, and everyone's able to receive escalating residual cash flow. It really is as simple as getting on an escalator, okay? Let's go to week number 5. Week number 5, you're up to $987. Now, at this point, your residual deposits begin to handle some reoccurring bills. Maybe it's like 2 car payments and insurance for some people, maybe a really super nice car payment, or maybe you can start setting aside some money for that dream vacation for those of you that love to travel. The bottom line, an extra $1,000, and because we get paid 13 times a year, because it's every 28 days, the subscription, okay, that's $13,000. Think about that you've given yourself a pay raise 5 weeks in, okay? Let's go to the next week. As this thing continues to duplicate, all right? So for many, this passes another milestone because now you're at $2,360 in unavoidable residual cash flow. Now, you, your friends, and their friends haven't done anything more since their first week. I want you guys to keep that in mind. But you're still seeing your cash flow continue to escalate. I want all the guests to think about this like digital real estate, right? And every digital asset that opens up after you that pays the $28 monthly subscription is paying you in rental income at an escalating fashion. Folks, I've never seen anything behave like this in my life. We're not talking about having to understand a juice, a lotion, a berry, a weight loss product. One thing that's never going to go out of style is money, and more importantly, residual cash flow. Make sense? Let's go to week number 7. Now you're receiving a total of $5,242 residually. And according to the US Bureau of Labor Statistics, that's higher than the average monthly income of US citizens. So we've already surpassed many of you's monthly income 7 weeks in, and you haven't done anything in this scenario since your first week. But neither have your friends, and neither have their friends or their friends, and so on and so forth. Once again, like I said earlier, you're never going to get rich renting out your time, okay? And the reason why I say that, and the reason why residual cash flow is so important is because your bills, your monthly obligations, your mortgage, your rent, your car payment, your utilities, these are reoccurring. They show up like clockwork every 30 days. And for many people, they're renting out their time to meet those monthly obligations. And here we're showing people how to build their own bank without no loan repayment in order to offset those residual bills with unavoidable escalating residual cash flow. Man, this is crazy. Let's go to week number 8. Everyone's duplicating after you the same simple process, one-time execution. You're now receiving $13,423 residually. Now, notice how your 3 friends are just 1 week behind you in predictable, scalable residual cash flow. What we love about this, ladies and gentlemen, this is just how the system behaves and works. So I was talking about this in one of our locker room trainings, and sometimes we see people that appear to be doing so much better than us financially. You know, we look at the wealthy people and they appear to be moving faster. Here's what I want you guys to understand. The people that move faster in life don't actually move faster. They just get more out of every step. That's it. And all of us are getting more out of every step as we all cooperate and do a one-time execution and open up 3 accounts one time in 7 days or less. Are you kidding me? Right? And so you're at 13,423. Your friends are at 5,242. Their friends are at $2,360, just 1 week behind each other on the income escalator. Let's go to week number 9. Your passive residual deposits are growing very, very nicely. Now you're up to over $48,000. Let me remind you that you haven't done anything personally since week 1. Neither have your friends, and neither have their friends, and neither have their friends, because each partner is only required to activate 3 co-op wallets one time and teach duplication, right? Go to week number 10. Over 193,000. You can now take a deep breath, because I want you guys to imagine where all your bills are taken care of, right? You're not exchanging time for money. You're able to tend to your health. I mean, Rufus had in the lobby was talking about how your health is your wealth. Now you're able to spend more time, tending to your health, developing stronger bonds and relationship with your kids, your neighbors, your friends, your extended family, all of these different things, because you now have your time back and you're out of debt and you're stress-free and debt-free. And this money is residual. So this isn't something that's 193,000 annually. We're talking about every 28 days. Now I could stop right here, but I know there may be some people on the line, all right, that have big, big, big dreams and they need to make big money. So I'm going to go and start showing you guys the next few weeks, and it's going to start scaring some people. But we want to have everybody understand that this is for people that have a $35 a month recurring bill that they want to take care of. And then there's some people that need to make millions on a monthly basis. So let me go ahead and go to week number 11, just to keep it moving. As people beyond you are duplicating the one-step process, all right? You're talking about now the bonuses are starting to kick in with your global network. You're now at over $1 million, all right, in this perfect case scenario, 11 weeks in. Your friends are 1 week behind you at 193,000, and their friends are over $48,000. It's us working as a cooperative, building this bank together, building the plumbing and the network. Please don't lose sight of that, okay? This is just phase 1 in terms of what we're doing. Week number 11, at this point, you're debt-free, stress-free, and financially free. You're over $1 million. Your friends are too, though. They're over $1 million. Now, this is why I say it's 100% mutually beneficial. Do you guys understand that when you invite your 3 friends and you lock arms and you say, listen, we're going to do this thing. We're not giving up on each other. The math is right. We're going to do this thing until the wheels fall. I know we know 3 people that want to have 7 days of Saturday, wake up when they get through sleeping, right? But your cash flow journey is not finished at this moment in time. You go to week number 13. Yeah, $1.4 million. Your friends are over $1 million, and their friends are over $1 million. Ladies and gentlemen, show me anything whereby you can come together with a handful of people that you've cried with, celebrated with, done life with, and you can strategically execute a game plan that anyone that can fall up a mirror can do to generate this kind of money. And when you have you, your friends, and their friends making this kind of money, now we're talking turkey here, because we can come together and land is for sale anywhere on this planet. Yes or yes. Buildings are for sale, right? You can start investing in other innovations. And guess what? You don't have to repay back the money that you get from your own bank. And even here, this is still only 9% of what you can receive every 28 days in our ecosystem. This thing is bananas, okay? So I want you guys to understand that what we have our hands on is absolutely incredible. We're looking for some strategic partners that want to partner with us. And if what I said makes sense to you, come join forces with us and don't let anyone talk you out of it. But what I just shared with you doesn't make any sense to you, please, pretty please, with sugar on top, don't allow me or anyone to twist your arm to get you involved in this, because we are serious about what we're doing. We know exactly what we're doing, and we're looking for people that's sick and tired of kicking tires, being a part of rug pulls, trying this, that, and the third, and not having any success. You come in here, meet us at the 50-yard line, and you don't quit on yourself, and you execute this system, success is imminent for you, okay? Now, we have here, as you guys see here, we have our live Monday meetings at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we have that, and we have other leaders that do meetings throughout the week as well. We do what we call strategic partnership private meetings too. So for those of you that come on board, we'll do some of those for you. We have our Facebook community. We just started a couple months ago. This is where you can start inviting some of your Facebook friends into the community, kind of wet their whistle, you know, kind of see the lay of the land of what we got going on, and then they can be exposed to our team website and things of that nature. You can also go to our website, smarterthanmoney.com. Okay, you click on that. And when you go there, you're going to see some of our business partners from all around the world. We have people from jail to Yale, as we like to say, from every part of the world, the globe. That's a part of our ecosystem. Okay, I like to say, look at all these beautiful faces here. We have pastors, we have doctors, we have lawyers, we have blue collar workers, we have stay-at-home moms and dad. Because guess what? We have charities and foundations, all right? Because everyone's in need of residual cash flow. So these are real people building a global cooperative bank. These aren't paid actors or entertainers or anything like that. When you go to the site, if you need to get a second look, there's a 30-minute overview that gives a different perspective, showing the escalator. And then you can come down here and you can actually view the detailed interactive PDF that I just shared with you yourself, and watch some of the videos that may, you know, deal with any objections that you may have based on what you saw today. But people, we're fired up about what it is that we're doing here. And so what I like